U-hauling. I mean, if you don't know what U-hauling is, first let me just explain. Hello, you beautiful human. I am Xanthe, and today we are going to be talking about lesbian assumptions. So in this video, I was like, why do we have so many assumptions on lesbians? And then I was like, oh, because most of them are true. But some of them are very questionable, and I want to go over different ones that I might not think are real, might think that they only really work for a very specific group of people. And then some of them are like super accurate, and I just want to share that with you. Also, just a side note, yes, I am wearing a plaid hat and plaid shirt because this is a lesbian assumptions video, because why wouldn't I? And plus, I love this gay hat, this plaid hat, because in my earlier video, I talked about how I actually had this hat when I was just starting to date my girlfriend, and it has a lot of nice memories with it. So, if you haven't watched that video, you can check that out right here. Have fun. So first of all, I started thinking about assumptions that I have heard of, and I wrote that down. Then I went onto Instagram. If you're not following me and you want to be part of videos like this, here's my Instagram. Enjoy, follow, like, comment, share, anything. Here you go. So I went into my Instagram and I made a story, and I was like, hey, what are some assumptions that you have heard of or that you have about lesbians? And sadly, I didn't have many people respond to me, so I had like a couple. I have that written down, and then I also went on to BuzzFeed, because BuzzFeed is where it's at. And so I got some things from there. So there you go. That's where I got my resources from. Thank you, high school, for telling me that I need to show my resources, because plagiarism. Okay, so the first one that I have on this list is good for me. So you always have short nails. Now, this is not always true. For me, I like to have short nails just because it feels better. Like, when I do this, it doesn't like dig into my hand. And so I have short nails because it just feels better. I mean, yes, slightly unsatisfying to like scratch an itch or something, but it's just so much nicer. There's like not any excess things. Now obviously this short nail thing is not because of your everyday use. Let's just allude to it. So basically, lesbians, the assumption is lesbians cut their nails short, or they bite their nails short when going to hang out with a significant other or just any other female. Now, this is not true for everyone. I do know lesbians who have long nails, painted nails, blah blah, and they are fine. So it's really very specific to that person and their relationship and kind of what's happening there. I just like short nails because it's just more handy. No accidentally like making like moon shapes in my hands, or like I can't accidentally like cut myself with my nail, because that has happened before. And yeah, I get on perfectly fine. I can itch, I can grab things, we're fine. So another assumption is that lesbians either have to really dress super feminine or super masculine. There's no in between, because that's like straight or whatever, or bisexual. This I do not believe. There are so many different people, and we are under this umbrella term of lesbian, but that does not mean that every single lesbian is the same in how they dress and how they act in their daily life, because that would just be boring, frankly. I personally do not dress like this all the time. I do wear this big oversized plaid because plaid is my life, and I do like wearing this hat sometimes, but I don't just like always. I mean, first off, this is not good for fashion. This is a bad fashion choice right here, but you know what? It's for the video, and I'm just gonna do it because Gay likes it, and gay is my buddy, so we're good. Anyway, so you either have to dress super feminine or super masculine, and this is not true. I never wear just masculine clothes. I never wear just feminine clothes. I believe that most lesbians are kind of in the middle because there's such a huge spectrum on how people feel comfortable in what they dress and what they act like, that it doesn't make sense that everyone would just be super masculine or super feminine. There is so much in between space that it just doesn't really make sense. I'm assuming that this, I guess, stereotype comes from big events like business or wedding or anything really. And it's like how that person comes to that event. Do they wear a suit or do they wear a dress? And it's kind of more stereotypical that a lesbian would wear a suit. So yeah, I personally like both, really. If I'm going to a fancy event, I usually wear a dress just because I have more of those than I do suits. If I had a nice suit, I would probably wear that more, to be honest. I like pants. Pants are great. But yeah, there you go. Another assumption is that masculine lesbians only go for feminine lesbians and vice versa. And that, personally, not true. My girlfriend and I are pretty equal, I would say. It does happen that sometimes there is a masculine and feminine, like, lesbians and they are in a relationship, but that is not always true. There is the lesbian who is in a lesbian relationship who maybe drives the car more, who maybe cooks the food more, who maybe fixes things more, like plumbing or hammering nails, I don't know. And that can be seen as masculine or feminine, where the feminine is doing the washing and the cooking and everything, and the masculine lesbian is doing the fixing of things, the hammering of things, the driving. I definitely believe that in a relationship in general, there's just the one person who is more assigned to making the food or driving, but it's not really set in stone unless you've discussed it, right? But usually in a relationship, you kind of naturally begin to assign your own tasks because it just works better as a couple, and you are like a system, and you have your own system and you work well together. And yeah, I just can't say that that is true because I personally have never had that. I know a lot of people do have feminine masculine relationships, but my girlfriend and I are kind of just equals. We're both masculine and feminine, so there you go. Plaid. Let me just think about that for 1 second. No, I'm totally kidding. I personally have loved plaid since I was like 10 or 9, and I didn't even know what gay was. I didn't know any stereotypes. I've just always loved plaid. I've always loved flannels. I've always loved just this kind of style because it's comfy. It's just basically comfy. I just like comfy clothes, to be honest. But again, like, there's a huge spectrum of lesbians, and not every single lesbian is gonna love plaid because that just wouldn't make sense. Plaid is a big thing because it is like, ooh, kind of more masculine, but you can wear it as feminine. But then, that's also kind of frustrating for the lesbian because straight girls are now wearing plaid all the time. They're all dressing like lesbians, and it's just like, bro, what are you trying to do to me here? Like, come on, you're confusing me here. I mean, I haven't really thought that in a couple of years, but when I was searching for a girl, it very much confused me. Ugh. Anyway, I don't think plaid is really, really super stereotypical now because everyone wears plaid, but when I was younger, it was 100% plaid, and I fully believe that plaid is part of me, and I am lesbian, so maybe it has a correlation, maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Another one that I've heard around the internet a lot, and just through celebrities as well, and friends, is that lesbians are all vegan or vegetarian. And I think this makes sense in the way that it is a stereotype, because generally lesbians or queer people in general who are part of the community, who are a minority, who are like being fought against, are more mindful, I feel like, of other people. And let's say, I don't know, Black Lives Matter, for example. A lot of queer people or people of the community are very, very much Black Lives Matter, because they are also minorities. They are also being bullied, I guess I could say, by society, basically. And they have unfair rights, and you can get killed in different countries just by being yourself. And obviously Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ plus people, they are not the same. I understand that. They can be intertwined, but I know that they obviously have gone through different things. It's just the idea of being a minority, being fought against. Like, we have a better understanding of each other than maybe more privileged people. Obviously, I am extremely privileged. I am white. I live in Canada. I can go to school. I can vote. I can work anywhere. I have a lot of privilege. I have never really been discriminated against because of my sexuality. I just know as a whole the community has more of an understanding of minorities and people who are being fought against, which also makes me understand why a lot of people part of the community would be vegan or vegetarian, because they are seeing the cruelty that humans are doing to them and other people, and they see the cruelty that they're doing towards the animals, and they don't want to support that. And I totally, absolutely understand that, and absolutely understand why it's a stereotype. I wish I could be vegetarian. It's just, I know I could be. It's just, I do not live on my own, and it's kind of rude of me to ask my entire household to change, or my 2 households to change their diet for me. Obviously, I could buy my own food, make my own food. Frankly, I'm kind of lazy. I do care about animals so much, and I've seen the videos and I've heard the news, and I've seen what humans do to animals, and it's horrible. I just personally, I like bacon. What can I say? I like chicken, okay? I'm sorry, I just do. I literally have pet chickens at my dad's house, and I still eat chicken. I know that sounds wrong, but I love chicken. I absolutely support anyone who is vegan or vegetarian. I just personally don't think I could do it. I really cheer on those who can do it and who do it for their life and their lifestyle. So I personally think that maybe like half or a little bit more of lesbians or people part of the community are definitely vegan or vegetarian, just because of their mindset and their lifestyle and the way that they were brought up, and the discrimination they have faced and everything. It makes complete sense. I just personally am not. Short hair. So my hair is not super short. Lesbians have like short hair. It looks so good on so many lesbians, let me tell you. But it is definitely not all lesbians. I would, but I just don't trust my face and head to like look good with like short hair. But literally, lesbians with short hair. But yeah, it's not, like, there are so many lesbians who have really long hair, like Rapunzel hair. I had hair past my butt for so long. I had hair down to my butt when I was first dating my girlfriend. I just cut it because it's more convenient, and I kind of just wanted to change things up a bit. But yeah, I would say, a good portion of lesbians have short hair. I just don't. I have short hair compared to what I was. we all love sports. No. I think that sports are cool. I've never really had an interest in them. I am so clumsy and not coordinated with fast moving objects like a baseball or like a fastball or like a basketball just coming right at my face. I can't do it. I literally I fractured this finger trying to catch a football. It was really sad. But obviously, again, huge spectrum. Not all lesbians are the same. And then on Instagram, I got a comment from my girlfriend, actually. And she said, they all like every single girl that they see. Oh my gosh. This is not accurate whatsoever, but I heard this so much, and I still do, from so many straight girls, because it's like, oh my god, you have a crush on me, like, because you're gay, now you look at me, oh my god, you have a crush on me. It's like, no, I don't. I have a type, okay? I don't just like every single girl I like. Do you like every single boy you see? No. Do I like every single girl I see? No. Just because I like girls does not mean that I like every single girl that I see. But did I have a lot of crushes on a lot of straight girls and a lot of TV stars? Yes, of course I did. Did I have crushes on lesbian stars just because they were lesbian? Yes. But I do not like every single girl that I see. There you go. Okay, so I went out to BuzzFeed and I found like a couple stereotypes or assumptions, and I was kind of shocked. So this one says that there is such a thing as being too pretty to be a lesbian or bisexual woman. I honestly don't understand this one, because I personally think that lesbian or bisexual women are gorgeous, and if you are beautiful, you're probably gay. I'm totally kidding. Straight, bi, lesbian, trans, any woman who identifies as a woman is beautiful, okay? Everyone is beautiful. You cannot be too pretty to be a lesbian or bisexual. That's just ridiculous. I don't know why people assume that lesbians or bisexuals are unpretty. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I really don't understand, because let me tell you, lesbians and bisexuals, oh, beautiful. Straight girls, oh, beautiful. Trans girls, beautiful. Pan girls, beautiful. Everyone is beautiful, especially lesbians and bisexuals. All lesbians know each other, and we're in a secret underground group, like a railroad, like underground secretive group, and we all know each other, and we all are in this group, and we plan, and we have events, and we do, it's like Illuminati, and I'm here to tell you, it's real. This one I don't know if I'm keeping in the video, because I don't know if it's too inappropriate. Because you are familiar with the equipment, you must be a complete genius in the bedroom. I mean, it is proven that, literally from surveys and just different things, it is proven that lesbian relationships or same-sex relationships do have a better experience in the bedroom, probably because you're more familiar with the equipment, as we could say. So I believe that this is 100% true. Maybe not a genius, but you are more familiar, so opposed to an opposite sex relationship, where you are only familiar with your own equipment, not the others. It might be harder to know kind of what's good, what's not good, everything else. With same-sex relationships, like lesbian relationships, you do definitely understand the equipment better, and so it does make you probably have an easier time in the bedroom when that time comes. There you go. I just got so awkward, oh my god. That you find men repulsive. I don't know why there's this huge stereotype that lesbians, like, hate on men. Like, we repulse men. Like, men are literal dirt to us. Like, I guess I do understand why people think that, because there are a lot of lesbians who are like, oh, men are so gross and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I personally would never want to be in the bedroom with a man. I would certainly hug them. I would certainly hang out with them. They do not repulse me. The only reason they would repulse me is their body parts are not the most attractive to me. They do not repulse me. They are, I know that every man has it, and that's fine. You be yourself. Do not be scared of lesbians. We are not here to attack you. We are a minority. Why would we attack? Actually, that makes sense if we're being attacked, and then if we hate on, then we... Anyway, do not be scared of me, please, because men are perfectly fine. I have so many guy friends. I love them all. They are amazing. They're great. They do not repulse me. I don't think, like, really most lesbians do not repulse men. They just don't find them attractive in the sexual sense. U-hauling. I mean, if you don't know what U-hauling is, first let me just explain. So there is a huge stereotype or assumption that lesbians, when they get into a relationship, they move very quickly. U-hauling is the, I guess, term that means that you are moving very, very fast. You move in together fast. You, I don't know, propose fast. You get married. You have kids. You have blah, 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 all really fast. Now, this is kind of true with lesbians. I mean, my girlfriend and I haven't really moved that fast. I mean, we started dating when we were 16. Now well, she's 19 now, but I'm 18. And, obviously we are not moving. We're not living together right now because, well, first off, there's pandemic. Second off, we need money. And third, she's in university right now, and I am working, figuring out my life, basically. I mean, so is she. But I am not in school right now. But, I mean, I do want to live with her next summer, or by the end of next summer. I don't know if that's fast, that's 3 years, but, if you consider that fast, then there you go. But basically, I think it is kind of true, because, especially in a girl-girl, relationship, I personally don't know anything about two males, because obviously I am female, and I don't know any. Like, I have never been in that situation. But I have heard, and obviously witnessed it myself, had this happen, because I am in a same-sex relationship, that females are very understanding. We talk a lot, we listen, we cooperate. I guess we can be more flexible. I feel like it's because mostly the communication between two females, because since that is a stereotype among females, obviously not true to everyone. Obviously there are men that are amazing at communication and everything. It's just the stereotype of females being better at communication, better at cooperation. Plus, you are the same sex, so you understand each other better, i.e. periods, i.e. Clothing, or the stereotypes about females, or just lifestyle in general. It makes sense that we would understand each other better, and we would move quickly, as people like to say, U-haul. If I could live with my girlfriend right now, or if I could have lived with her a year ago, I would have. But there you go. I guess that is U-hauling a little bit. Anyway, moving on. This one is the last one, and it kind of makes me sad to think about, but it says that something in your past, be it sexual or personal experience, caused you to be this way. no. It might be true that if something happened in your past, be it sexual or personal, whatever that was, if it was a bad experience for you, you might not, like, you might have a harder time. Let's say if you are female and you had a bad experience with a male, you would have a harder time, like, moving past that experience. It would be harder, obviously, but that does not mean that your sexuality or your identity would change. I mean, I did an interview with Lisa, you can check that out here, and she talked about how your sexuality or your, like, how you could be, sexuality, how it can be fluid, so it can change over time. But still, I think that even if you are gay and you have a bad interaction with a male, you would still know that you liked girls, even though you had that. Maybe that experience would cause you to realize that you are gay or that you're lesbian, but it wouldn't turn you gay or lesbian. Obviously, I have never had an experience like that. I have never had a bad experience with a male or any other personal experience that would have changed my sexuality, other than my mom coming out to me as lesbian when I was 10. A lot of people assume that I am lesbian because of my mom and because of my lifestyle and because of growing up with it, but I definitely felt feelings of being lesbian when I was much younger. So I do not personally think that an experience like mine, or an experience, bad experience with the opposite sex, would change your sexuality. It might help you see your sexuality. It might help you kind of evolve as a human, and going through that experience and learning and digesting and coping and everything like that. It's just, I don't personally think that that would actually change your sexuality, because it is kind of a set in stone thing. I think, obviously, I'm going to offend at least one person by saying this. I cannot please everyone. I'm trying so hard not to offend anyone. But yeah, I don't think that this one is true. But, I mean, that's obviously up to anyone, really. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that every single thing I was like, oh, it could or could not, definitely not, maybe it is, blah, blah, blah. The only reason I do that is because, first off, I do believe that all of these things could or could not be true to a specific person, but I also, like, want to please everyone. I don't want to offend anyone. If you are watching this and you were offended by the last thing I said, I'm really sorry. I really, really try hard not to offend anyone. I really try to put a positive spin on everything. It's just hard sometimes. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was slightly entertaining. I hope that you could relate to it. And if there were any assumptions or anything, like stereotypes that I missed, you can feel free to leave that in the comments. I definitely made bloopers over this video, and I am talking about gay in my bloopers. And so if you want to see bloopers, or if you want a chat community, or if you just want to chat with me personally, or have early access to videos, you can go support me on Patreon. And that is a great website where I post new things every week. I post different exclusive posts and updates. I have early access to videos and bloopers. I have bloopers, and I have a chat community. Plus, if you get the Ultimate Rainbow package, you will get a shout out in my next video. So, if that sounds like something you want to do, you can go check that out in my description down below. There you go. Make sure to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you liked it. I post every single Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you click that little bell icon, you will get notified every time I post a new video. Plus, you will just be up to date with everything I'm doing. I make gay videos, mental health videos, funny skits, and more. Anything you really want me to do, you can comment down below too. Why not? I love video ideas. I love making videos, especially skit videos. Those are so fun. And yeah, I love you. I hope you have a fantabulous day, and I will see you next week. But in the meantime, here is a video you can watch. I'll see you in there. Bye!